Hey, Chloe?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, I want to welcome to Gigi in the 561 today a very special guest and from a very special place, Chloe Loddo, who is an entertainer in the travel and hospitality industry, who also holds a dual degree in drama and English literature. So, Chloe, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to have a chat. I was so excited to put the kettle on and pour myself a cup of tea. So
that sounds wonderful. Now, we just had lunch here in the Palm Beaches, Chloe. So, but you are about to have dinner where you are.
Yeah.
You know what? You're a first for us. I have done over 200, well over 200 podcasts, but this one is a first. You're a guinea pig for us.
Oh, I'm a guinea pig.
You are absolutely a sweet little guinea pig because this is our first international podcast. Chloe is coming to us today from Gibraltar, where the temperature, I think, is about 60. It's very similar to sort of where we are today, Chloe.
Yeah, it's actually got a bit warmer. We had a bit of frost a few weeks ago, which was very, very strange, being on the southern tip of Spain.
Mm-hmm.
So to be frosty was really strange. I'm definitely more of a sun baby. I don't normally do very well in the winter, so I thought, oh my goodness, it's so cold. But it's actually, it's a lot warmer today, so I'm feeling good.
That's how we are in South Florida, where we are almost dipping down into the Bahamas. When it gets to be 60, it's actually, I think it's a bit warmer out there. I think it's going to get to 72 today. We are I have on a sweater right now. It's like our blood is thin. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. Chloe, I'm so excited to have you. You're a busy person, and you have such a vast career, an interesting career. What's fun for me is to think back to when I have seen you in action. I've seen you on stage, and there are people on stage that bring it, and you just are excited to see that person be on stage. And you're one of those people, Chloe, and I want to talk a little bit about that journey for you, because I also happen to know that you were a very shy child, and you had a bit of a stammer, and so you were kind of a bit of a bookworm. And then, boy, when you morphed into this gorgeous, unbelievable butterfly, because no one knows you or sees you perform would ever believe that you were not born actually performing. So talk through that just a little bit, that journey.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. Oh gosh, I love it. I love being on stage. I miss being on stage. I was that child. I was super quiet, buried my head in books from a very young age, and that's because of my dad. My dad always loved reading to me, and he put me on, stuff like Lord of the Rings when I was 8 years old, So I'm reading.
I love that.
All that stuff, and I had all variety, because then I had my great aunt was also a huge fan of literature, and she got me to read Jane Austen and all the classics, Dickens. So I was very much buried in books, and I was a little bit shy. Like the thought of speaking in front of people was horrific. When you had to do, like, I suppose for you guys it would be, I don't know, show and tell at school. You have to get up in front of people and talk. Oh, it was horrible. I would do anything I could to avoid talking in front of people. But I always expressed myself in other ways. So I always did writing. I used to dance, did a lot of acting as well. And that was my way of expressing myself, because I was so quiet and so shy. And then I joined cruise ships. And I joined cruise ships as a social host. So, you start off doing all the activities like bingo and trivia and quizzes and game shows and stuff. And I remember one of the first friends I ever made on ships was a singer in the shows. And when I first joined the ship, he even said to me, he said, Chloe, when you first joined, you were so quiet. We were like, oh my God, is she going to be okay? And then apparently when I hit the microphone, that was it. I don't know. So Carnival for me was an amazing journey of growth, of personal growth. I don't know, I found this newfound confidence, and it was, I think, working with so many different people and having to be out there, and what I loved about it was it very much encouraged you to be you, to be who you are, and that's what has to come through. You've got to be true to yourself, who you are as a person, because, you know, you can't be fake.
That's
Everybody
right.
sees, right? You've got to be you. So to have people that were like, yeah, just go and be yourself, have a good time. And no, it's so crazy to me. If you had said to me like 15 years ago, you're going to be a cruise director and entertain thousands of people on a stage talking, I would have said that you're nuts. But I don't know. The job itself, I think, forced me to really come out of my shell. And the more I did, and the more I worked with different people, and the mentors that I had as well had a huge part to play. That kind of pushed me forward and filled me up with confidence. Really, really helped. But yeah, I did have a stammer as well. But luckily, I got rid of that doing a lot of drama and plays. Shakespeare, especially, surprisingly, Shakespeare really helped me to slow down, just because of the flow of it, you know.
Right.
It's so specifically written. So Shakespeare really helped me to slow down doing plays, and, you know, directors telling me, Chloe, slow down, slow down. So that's how I got rid of my stammer, and then now I can entertain lots of people. I can pick up a microphone and just go, which is mad. When I think about it, really, it's crazy.
I like what you just said, too. You mentioned your mentors, and I spoke with another person on another podcast about that, how we, as whatever our career path may be, we always stand on the shoulders of others, and we are helped along by others. So I really like that you acknowledge that you had great mentors, because I think either being a mentor yourself and giving back in that way, or acknowledging that you had great help in along the way. All do.
Oh yeah. I mean, I worked with some incredible people within entertainment. I also had an amazing hotel director who really saw something in me when I was an assistant, and really kind of helped push me to the forefront, and really honed in on my leadership skills as well. He was brilliant. He was so brilliant to work with. I learned so much from him.
Well, you know, I will acknowledge that he is brilliant, whoever this is. But, Chloe, that's easy to see. I mean, if you're like the most sleepy person in the audience about to go to sleep, and when you come on, I mean, you just can't be ignored. You're one of those people. So, you know, acknowledging that, you know, it's easy to see, because there are people, and you're just one of those. I mean, that's just the truth. It's no joke. You have that gift. You just do. So that's why we so enjoyed spending time with you and getting to know you, and just being a part of what what we were able to be a part of when you were there and doing things. So that was kind of cool. Okay, now I'm going to talk a little bit about Gibraltar, and we have a lot to cover about you, but you're the old rock there. I mean, there's such an interesting history about Spain and Great Britain, and you know, there's the entrance to the Mediterranean to consider, you know, all of that. But I also read that it's very safe where you are, and also it's kind of expensive. Have you found that to be the case during this pandemic? How's that been for you in just everyday life? This past almost year?
I mean, Gibraltar, I feel like we're very, very lucky over here. Gibraltar, especially when the pandemic first started, we were actually doing pretty well. Everything felt pretty normal here. You know, we were being careful, but there was nothing, you know, there was not many restrictions, because, you know, we were doing all right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we are a very, very safe place just to be in, you know. We're the kind of city where everybody knows everybody, because we're so small. You know, we're very small town, so it's a very, very safe environment to be in, for sure. It's just got a little bit stricter now. So now we've entered into a lockdown because the cases have risen. You know, winter time, Christmas, New Year's, all that. So now we're in a lockdown, but it's not too bad. People are still very positive. People are very much there for each other. And there's always help, especially for the older generation, you know, that might need that extra bit of help with, you know, with groceries and all that stuff. There's always somebody to help, you know. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's there for each other. We're really, really lucky over here. And by way of, we're not too expensive when you're living here. Like, you know, if you go shopping, we're not that expensive. What's really expensive in Gibraltar is housing. Housing is astronomical here. We're like, I suppose, trying to think of the equivalent in the States. I suppose we are kind of like London prices in the UK, you know, like big cities.
Okay.
Maybe not quite crazy like New York, but on that kind of level, just because of where we are. I know if you have, you know, and we don't really have houses here because we're quite a small area. Most people live in flats and apartments.
Okay.
So if your apartment is like overlooking the sea and you have gorgeous views of Africa and Spain and the ocean, you're going to, I mean, the price already shoots up, you know, and depending where you are around Gibraltar. So housing is probably the most expensive part of living here. So we're very lucky to have got our own apartment a couple of years ago, which is great. We saved and saved and saved, and we finally afforded to buy ourselves an apartment, which is great.
Now, I have to ask you about your apartment because I happen to know that you are a huge Disney fan, and I think you mentioned one time that you wanted, correct me, Chloe, if I'm wrong here, but that you wanted to have a Disney kitchen. Is that right?
Oh, yes. That dream is still there. I'm getting there slowly. I've got my, like, Mickey and Minnie tea towels, like Mickey oven gloves, pencils. So I'm getting there. I'm slowly making it happen.
Well, now I know you're a binge reader, and I know you are a writer. Have you been doing that through this last year? Have you been doing writing or stage work, or what has Miss Chloe thrown herself into during this time?
Oh, Pam, let me tell you, it's been a whirlwind of a year. So when I got back to Gibraltar, after when the pandemic struck, and we all had that period of being on the ship for a while, and then we finally ended up being repatriated home. I took kind of a couple of months just to rest, center myself, enjoy being with family, and enjoy a bit of summertime and just being home, you know, and just kind of chill out and rest and pretty much do nothing, and just enjoy just being. So then, but you know me, Pam, I can't be sat around doing nothing for more than a month. I can't do it. It's just not in me. I need to be active. So I went back to my old news, and I have been doing some freelance journalism. Going to press conferences and, you know, anything happening around Gibraltar, basically, they call me up and get me to go and cover. So I've had some articles published in the paper, which is great.
That is great.
So done that. I also wanted something a bit more stable. So I've got my very first 9-to-5 job, I think, in my entire life.
What?
A 9-to-5. I know, it's mad. Oh. I'm 9-to-5. Wow. This is really strange.
Yeah.
So I'm working also in a bank. So I'm, you know, trying out banking.
They are so lucky to have you meeting people. Chloe, congratulations on that.
So I'm a banking officer now, helping people opening their accounts and all that stuff, which is very, very different. But I'm enjoying it. It's a new challenge.
Right.
And learning as I go. So writing, banking. Oh, and I also am starting my own Sunday breakfast show on the radio in Gibraltar as well. Oh, hello? Uh-oh. Hello? Hello? Pam? 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 Pam?
Chloe?
There I think we lost each other. Hello?
Okay. I'm here.
We're back. Yay! We're here.
Yay. Okay. Tell us about your radio show.
Okay. So I actually start, my very first radio show is going to be this Sunday. It's Sunday morning from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. my time. So that's probably super late for you or super early in the morning.
You're later, so you're later than us. So you're like 6 hours ahead of us. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll do 8 till 10, and basically they're just giving me free reign to talk and pretty much do whatever I would like to, basically on the radio show, and play music and have a good time. Keep the positive vibe going, you know, during this time.
Well, you know what, that brings me, that's a nice segue that you threw me, because you are one of the most positive, upbeat people that I've ever met. And so how do you deal with, I mean, and are you ever, you know, like not in that positive mode, and how do you sustain that? Because you really are, and I've seen you like late at night or in the morning. I mean, you've had very little sleep, and just positive and always gorgeous, and which pains me to no end. Yeah, oh yeah. But do you ever just go, you know what, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling so positive today, because I just can't imagine it.
I mean, everybody has those days, yeah. Like everybody's human, you know. Something
right.
happens. Oh, you know, something hurts, or you just didn't get the greatest night of sleep, and you're just feeling a bit like, oh no,
yeah.
Can I start the day again? Oh no, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. It's like this mental switch in my brain that goes off. I don't know. And even during this, you know, crazy time period, you know, I find joy in the little things, and I keep myself occupied and busy. So I don't know. I'm very grateful. Do you know what? I go to bed at night counting my blessings. I go to bed instead of, like, you know, counting sheep. I think, you know, I'm so grateful for what I have. You know.
Yeah.
Especially.
I think that we all have, or that's what Gary and I have done. I mean, through this, it's like, oh, you know, yeah, this is a challenge, that's a challenge, but look what we do have, and so let's just keep the focus on that, and I think it's critical.
Oh, for sure. So yeah, I don't know. I just think, you know, up in the morning and I go, even if I'm feeling a bit like, bleh, I can go, you know what, I can choose to feel this way, I can choose to be happy.
Yeah.
And more often than not, I'll choose to be happy. And I think I'm a very sociable person, obviously, as you can tell.
Right.
So when I'm with people instantly perk me up as well. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just a positive human.
You are. Hence, you know, with the new podcast that I started, Gigi in the 561, I thought, you know what, I didn't know if you would have time, and we do have this huge time difference and mile distance, but I thought I would love to have Chloe as a guest, because you are that social person. I do have to ask you, have you bought any clothes? Because you are a bigger clothes horse than I am. So how's your wardrobe doing? Since you're, you know, in this whole new kind of thing, are you still buying clothes?
Not as much as I was. I'm trying to control myself. I did buy a couple of really cute dresses for Christmas, not that I was going anywhere in them. I just wanted to feel pretty.
You know what I'm doing, Chloe? I'm wearing my evening clothes around here at night for cocktail hour. I swear that's the truth. I am, because like, who knows when we'll get out and, you know, really be able to truly go big. And so I'm wearing them, Chloe. I'm wearing them around here. Okay, my darling, what have I missed that my listeners need to know about Chloe?
Oh, I can also tell you as well that we were actually, again, super lucky in Gibraltar over the summer. I was actually involved in a play. Doing a bit of acting. Yeah. It was actually a really good friend of mine who directed it, and his leader, because I'm never normally here in Gibraltar. Yeah. I'm always doing things. So he auditioned for this play, I don't know, back in March, and then he got a bit postponed, obviously, with everything happening. But he got permission to do it outdoors with a socially distanced audience.
Okay.
But his lead actress basically dropped out, so he didn't have an actress. So he calls me up in a panic. He's like, Chloe, I need your help. I'm doing this play. I think you'd be really good in this part, and you're never here. But you'd be able to do this in like 3 weeks. I went, 3 weeks? Are you mad? Are you mad? I did it. Shocking. This is back in August, September time. So I learned this part, and of course I had to pick the most difficult play where I had the most lines, and I had to cue everybody. I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? But you know what? I've not actually acted in a play in a very long time, because I've been on trips for so long. So it was really nice to go back to kind of my acting roots a little bit. I really enjoyed it. I think it came at a really good time when, you know, I just finished kind of my chilling out. I hadn't quite started working yet. So I was in that weird in-between phase of like, oh, what shall I do? And then the phone call came, and I thought, oh, all right, let's do a play. And it was brilliant. It was nice.
Do you know if there are any clips or anything of that on YouTube that we could see?
No, unfortunately, no. We didn't.
Aw.
I know, shame. Director was very much, it's live performance, and it's not going to be the same. I can show you pictures though. I had to be. I'll send you this picture. So my character in the play was 7 months pregnant with twins.
Oh, fun! Oh, that's fun.
So I had to like make this, this bump. So basically, we got this big cushion and a bra, like this oversized bra, and stuffed it. Sewed it all together, rounded it out. I put tights on, trousers on, just to make it look rounder. And I thought I looked pretty good. I was like, I told my husband, I was like, this is a glimpse into the future, something to look forward to.
I have to tell my listeners, Chloe is very, very much in shape and a very small person. So that's funny. Please send photos, because we will put those on the page that we're going to make for you. I thank you so much for being my guest today, and I hope that we haven't missed anything that our listeners need to know about you. We've covered quite a bit of stuff about you, and I really, Gary and I both greatly hope to actually see you sometime soon in the coming year.
And Pam, I was so honored that you messaged me to ask. It's been such a pleasure to chat.
Oh, and, it hasn't. Chloe?
Oh, yep.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. And I do thank you for your patience with being our first international call, being our guinea pig, because we didn't know how it would work, and so you stepped up, and then we very much appreciate that. And to my listeners, I hope that you have enjoyed my wonderful, precious guest today, and I will keep my listeners updated on ways that they can possibly see you in the coming months, and maybe even next year. I don't know. None of us know what's going on, but we hope we're hoping for the best in the world of what we're all facing right now. But everyone, I want you to stay with me on Gigi in the 561 as we continue to bring you fascinating and fun guests like Chloe Loddo from Gibraltar and way across the sea from where I am right now. Please do visit our website at northpalmbeachlife.com. If you've been there, we have tons of pictures and things for you to look at, and you don't even have to read if you don't want to, because Gary has put tons of pictures out there. But we also have travel stories as well, and it could be possible that Miss Chloe would pop up in some of those. It is possible, so you have to go there and look and check it out. Be sure and come back. We are also available not only at our website, but on many other platforms, including iTunes and Pandora. So you can find us all over the place. Be sure to stay tuned.